Have you ever paused to think about who will truly stand by your side in the later chapters of life? Will it be family, your children, or perhaps someone completely unexpected? Today, we're diving into a deeply personal yet universal question. Who will really be there for us as we grow older? As the years go by, many of us hold onto a comforting belief that family will always remain close, that love will surround us in our final moments. But life has a way of revealing complexities we may not be ready to face. So, who are the ones that will stay through thick and thin? Who will support us during life's quietest and most challenging moments, through sickness, solitude, and the inevitable changes of age? These are tough questions, but they're worth asking. In this video, we'll uncover hard truths about aging, relationships, and the connections we rely on most. We'll explore the reality behind those expectations we place on loved ones and ask ourselves, are they fair? Are they realistic? And if they're not, how can we prepare for what lies ahead? We'll also examine the emotional and practical aspects of aging, from financial stability to the priceless value of good health. Independence becomes not just a luxury, but a necessity in later years, and we'll explain why. This isn't just a conversation about growing old. It's about gaining insight into what really matters in life. It's about finding strength, building resilience, and creating a future where dignity and peace are within your control. We'll talk about why relying solely on family, money, or relationships might not bring the comfort you expect, and how cultivating inner strength and self-sufficiency can make all the difference. Stay with us for this eye-opening discussion. By facing these truths now, we can prepare ourselves emotionally, mentally, and even physically for what's to come. And don't leave just yet. We've saved some powerful advice for the end. Tips that will help you age with grace, maintain your sense of self, and navigate this journey with dignity. If this resonates with you, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's start a conversation. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you won't miss our upcoming videos. Your support helps us continue sharing meaningful content. And before you go, give this video a like if you found it valuable. It really helps us reach more people. Share it with someone who might need these insights too. Now let's start this journey together. As the years roll by and we step into the later stages of life, an undeniable truth slowly reveals itself. Who will truly stand beside us through life's greatest trials and quietest moments at the end? It's not always who we expect. We often grow up imagining a picture-perfect future, growing old, surrounded by family, embraced by unwavering love and support. But life rarely unfolds as neatly as our hopes. The reality is far more layered. Those who remain with us during life's most fragile moments may not be our partners or children. It's a thought that's difficult to accept at first, but as time goes on, we start to see it clearly. Life pulls people in different directions. Children grow into lives of their own. Careers demand attention, and even love itself can sometimes struggle under the weight of life's challenges. It's not always a lack of love or care. It's simply the way life flows. We heard a story once, and it stayed with us. A young man in his 20s, facing terminal cancer, shared his deepest sorrow, not the illness itself, but the loneliness it brought. His wife, though she loved him deeply, found herself torn between supporting him and keeping their lives afloat. Years later, she carried a heavy regret. I was close to death, and you went to work. You left me here alone. Her words echo a painful reality that many face. The demands of daily life, the weight of responsibilities, they can blind us to the fragility of moments that matter most. Even in families blessed with wealth, a cruel irony can emerge. Distance grows, sometimes because people see their loved one as a burden or focus only on what remains to be gained. It's a harsh truth that forces us to ask, are the people closest to us always the ones we can count on when it matters most? The truth is, Only a rare and special few will walk with us until the very end. And they're not always the ones we expect. It might be a close friend, a compassionate stranger, or someone whose connection runs deeper than blood. Life has a way of surprising us. It teaches us to value not the titles people hold in our lives, but the quiet, unwavering presence of those who truly care. In the end, it's not about expecting anyone to stand by us. It's about cherishing those who choose to. When life takes a turn, when sickness hits or the end feels near, it's a moment of reckoning. We often expect familiar faces by our side, but reality can be different. In those critical hours, when the weight of pain is heaviest, the truth about relationships becomes clear. It's not about how much we've done for someone or the ways we've supported them. It's about who chooses to stand with us when everything else falls apart. And sometimes no one does. This isn't about losing faith in people. It's about recognizing limits. Even those who love us deeply have their own struggles, their own responsibilities pulling them away. No one wants to feel like they're a burden, no matter how much love surrounds them. We've all heard it before, especially from older generations. I just want to stay healthy. I don't want complications. I don't want to trouble anyone. There's a reason those words hit so hard. As time moves forward, we realize the truth behind them. Health is our most valuable asset. Without it, everything else feels fragile. Here's the reality. Each person plays a part in our lives, but no one can carry our pain for us. That's a journey we often face alone. It's not an easy thought, but it's one we need to come to terms with. This isn't about giving up on others or closing ourselves off. It's about understanding. When we're healthy, we can appreciate the connections that uplift us. And when we're not, we can find strength in accepting that some battles are ours to bear. Life is unpredictable, and so are people. But maybe that's what makes the moments of true support so special. When someone does show up, it means everything. And when they don't, we learn the importance of resilience, of leaning into our own courage. So let's cherish what we have, prepare for what's to come, and remember this: while others may not always be there, we still have the power to face life's hardest truths with grace. Hard times have a way of revealing harsh truths. When poverty strikes, relationships can shift in ways that are deeply painful. Even those closest to us, our children, can begin to pull away. Their warmth fades, replaced by distance, as financial struggles take center stage. It's a reality we've heard about time and again. When parents have little to give, the connection with their children can weaken. And it's not just about the absence of wealth. Sometimes, the respect erodes even further, regardless of what's left in the bank. It's a tough reality of life. People often see us through the lens of what we have or don't have. We've all felt the sting of questions like, "Do you have money?" The emptiness behind those words can cut deeper than we expect. There's a story we've heard about a father who gambled away his earnings. He kept asking for more, trying to recover his losses, but the respect his children once had for him dissolved. It wasn't hate, but the disappointment was undeniable. Why are stories like this shared with us? Because they show how money, something we wish didn't matter so much, has the power to shape relationships, even destroy them. As the old saying goes, when you have nothing, even your closest friends and family may drift away. It's especially true when the storm hits. Many will say, "We're here for you," but when the struggle begins and money is gone, their presence fades. Even those we expect to stand by us, our children, our partners, can't always offer the support we imagined. Not in the way we hoped. It's a bitter pill, but it's a reality we need to face. We've all heard it. Money opens doors. It's not about greed. It's about what money makes possible. When you have it, life just works better. People seek you out. They want to grab a coffee, strike up a conversation, or discuss a business idea. They see you as someone worth knowing, someone they want to be around. It's the truth. Wealth attracts people. It creates opportunities. It brings connections, sometimes from unexpected places. Whether it's friends, colleagues, or even strangers, people tend to gravitate toward those who seem to have everything in place. Younger generations especially often see financial success as a stepping stone. They might approach you, asking for favors or guidance, thinking you're the bridge to something more. Even family might treat you like someone who can offer something: security, support, or chances for advancement. But here's the harsh reality. What happens when the money runs out? When you're left alone and all those people disappear? As time passes, loneliness has a way of creeping in. Many older individuals have shared how their isolation grew from fractured family ties or lost relationships. It's something we all think we can avoid until it hits us. Once, society taught us that children would care for aging parents. It was a given, but those days are gone. Families are changing. Even children can't guarantee they'll be there in the end. Think about how high divorce rates are today. Couples in their 70s or 80s are splitting up, breaking the dream of lasting love and companionship. Growing old together doesn't seem as common anymore. It's one of the saddest realities we face. Even in places like Europe, where divorce is widespread, the hope of spending your later years with someone you love is fading. So, who will be there when the years catch up with you? Maybe your kids, but that's no guarantee. What if there are no children? Well, they can't be there for you. We often don't realize how alone we might end up until we're living it. Relationships fade, time changes things, and suddenly we're left reflecting on how fleeting it all can be. At the end of the day, the people who truly stick around are the ones who care for you. Not for your wealth, not for what you can offer, but because they genuinely care about you. They'll be there through life's hardest moments, not because of any gain, but because they value your presence. Those are the relationships that matter most. They'll walk with you, not because it's easy, but because it's real. The ones who stand by us, not because of financial reasons, but because of a deeper, unshakable connection, are priceless. These are the people who make us truly wealthy, not with money, but with unwavering support and genuine care. In today's world, money undeniably holds significant power. It opens doors, provides comfort, and helps us tackle life's challenges. We can't deny its importance. Financial stability isn't just about making ends meet. It's about planning for the future, ensuring security, and creating peace of mind. We believe in the value of financial literacy. Learning how to manage money effectively is not just smart, it's essential. Whether it's investing in income-generating funds or setting aside savings for unexpected emergencies, being financially prepared can transform the way we navigate life's ups and downs. But let's pause and think. Money may be a tool, but it's not the answer to everything. A close friend once shared a moment of clarity that stuck with us. We'd been caught up in a disagreement, one that seemed trivial in hindsight. He turned to us frustrated and said, "Solve this problem. It affects you too." At first it seemed unrelated, but as we reflected, it became clear we were focusing on the wrong things. It's easy to get lost in the pursuit of wealth and material success, thinking they'll solve all our problems. But we've seen it time and again, misaligned priorities leave people feeling empty, no matter how much they have. Money can buy comfort, sure. It can fund your dreams or ease the weight of daily struggles. But it can't buy contentment, love, or true purpose. Let's not forget the most valuable treasure we have: our health. Money can help with supplements, treatments, or access to the best care, but it can't guarantee well-being or peace of mind. Without health, no amount of wealth will ever be enough. It's our foundation, the cornerstone of a life well lived. A challenging week reminded us of this truth. Physical pain forced us to slow down, and in those moments, the realization hit hard. When adversity strikes, it's our health and inner strength that carry us through. No amount of money could have replaced the importance of mental peace and resilience. So, let's be mindful of where we place our focus. Build financial stability, yes, but also nurture your health, relationships, and inner peace. These are the true measures of a rich and fulfilling life. If you've stayed with us this far, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a 1 in the comments to let us know you're here. Your presence means the world to us. Life is short and emotions are fleeting. We often think that money will solve our problems, but it's only when we face real challenges, like health issues or even death, that we realize the true value of well-being. Money doesn't bring happiness, but it certainly makes life easier. It can't fix everything, but it gives us the chance to improve so much in our lives. Take old age, for instance. Having money allows us access to better health care and the means to care for ourselves. While it can't guarantee joy, money does offer a fighting chance. At the end of the day, money is just a tool. It's not everything, but it undeniably makes life smoother. Yet, no matter how much we have, one truth stands out. Without health, nothing else matters. So, cherish your health. It's the foundation of everything else. As we age, we come to realize that many of the things we once cared about, the possessions, the ambitions, the status, lose their significance when faced with our own mortality. The one thing that remains, the one thing that truly matters, is our health. In old age, we find ourselves in hospitals dealing with illness or pain. It's in these moments that we understand just how valuable good health is. Young people often take it for granted, not realizing its importance until they grow older. When we're young, we indulge in unhealthy habits and live without thinking about the long-term effects. But it's the elderly who show us, through their experiences, just how crucial it is to take care of our bodies. Health isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about balance, well-being, and mindful choices. As the years pass, we look back and realize that health should have always been the priority. In the past, there was a stronger focus on understanding how to preserve health and slow aging. We didn't have all the resources we have today, but we learned through trial and error, guided by the wisdom of those before us. In today's world, we have more access to health resources and medical knowledge than ever before. It's incredible how far we've come in understanding how to take care of our bodies. But here's the thing. Despite all these advancements, we're still not immune to the unpredictability of life. Our genetics, where we were born, and the resources available to us all play a major role in our health. Think about it. Not long ago, people didn't have the sophisticated medicine or the wealth of health knowledge we take for granted today. Medicine, as we know it, didn't even exist. People had to rely on what they knew, often based on tradition and trial and error. It was all about survival. Keeping ourselves healthy wasn't something everyone could rely on. It was a constant struggle. Fast forward to today, and things are much different. But even as we gain all this knowledge, we often realize that our health is the most important asset we have. Without it, nothing else really matters. All the achievements, possessions, and even the relationships lose their significance when we don't have our health. Something we often overlook: true wealth. It's not found in bank accounts or material possessions. It's found in the people who are with us, not because of what we can give them, but because they genuinely care. Those bonds are priceless. Now, we can't ignore the fact that money plays a huge role in our lives. It opens doors. It makes life easier. We get it, financial stability matters. It can solve a lot of problems. But let's be real, money alone doesn't guarantee happiness or peace of mind. Planning for the future is crucial. We always talk about securing our finances, not just to survive day to day, but to create a future that brings comfort and stability. When we have a solid plan and know how to manage our money, we're better prepared to face whatever life throws our way. And here's the thing, money isn't the end-all be-all. Sure, it's necessary, but it's not everything. A friend once shared something that really stuck with us. We were in the middle of a silly argument, and he said, "This affects you too. Solve it." At the time, we didn't get it. But looking back, it became clear we were focusing on the wrong things. Chasing wealth and material success can blind us. You can have all the money in the world, But if your priorities are off, you'll never feel truly fulfilled. Money can make life easier, but it can't fix what's broken inside. Now let's talk about the one thing that matters more than anything: health. We all know money can buy medical care, supplements, even the best doctors. But no amount of cash can guarantee your well-being or peace of mind. Health is the real wealth. Without it, nothing else matters. We were reminded of this lesson recently during a tough week filled with physical challenges. That's when we truly understood, when life gets hard, it's your health and inner strength that help you get through, not your bank balance. So, let's make sure we're prioritizing the right things. Yes, build financial security, but also take care of your health. Surround yourself with people who genuinely care and focus on your well-being. That's what truly makes life rich. If you're still with us, drop a 1 in the comments below to let us know you're here. We appreciate you sticking around. Life moves fast. Emotions come and go. One moment we're soaring, the next we're hit with something unexpected. It's easy to think that money is the answer to everything, but when life gets tough, whether it's health issues or the loss of someone dear, that's when we truly realize what matters. Money won't buy happiness, but it can make life more manageable. It doesn't fix every problem, but it does give us the chance to improve many areas of our lives. Think about getting older. Having financial security means access to better health care and the ability to care for ourselves when things aren't as easy. Money isn't everything, but it can give us a fighting chance to live a better life. It's a tool, and like any tool, it helps make things smoother, but it's not the key to happiness. What truly matters is health. Without it, no amount of money can buy us peace of mind. As we age, we start to see things differently. All those things we once chased after, the possessions, the status, the titles, suddenly seem less important. Our priorities shift. What once felt urgent now feels trivial in comparison to our health. The one thing that remains, the one thing we can't take for granted, is the state of our body and mind. In our later years, we often end up in hospitals, facing illness or pain. And it's in these moments of vulnerability that we truly understand the value of good health. When we're young, we think we're invincible. We eat what we want, ignore the little signs, and push through life without thinking much about the long-term effects. But it's the older generations who teach us valuable lessons. Through their lived experiences, they remind us that health is something we must nurture. They show us that it's not just about avoiding sickness. It's about keeping our bodies in balance, making mindful choices every day. It's something we often don't realize until it's too late. Our bodies are the vehicles that carry us through life. When they start to break down, everything else seems to fade into the background. It's a painful reality, one that hits us hardest when we look back and realize how much we've neglected our own well-being. But here's a powerful thought. The heart and mind are the key to happiness. These words by Wanyang M truly resonate with us. As we age, we begin to realize that true happiness isn't found in things or accomplishments. It's found in nurturing a healthy mind and a peaceful heart. In the end, if we have good health, strong relationships, and inner peace, we are richer than anyone with billions of dollars. Health, peace of mind, and meaningful connections, these are the things that truly matter. As we grow older, we often begin to see that many of the things we once thought were so important aren't really all that crucial. The little details we clung to, the grudges we held, the worries that consumed us, they all start to seem so insignificant. We begin to let go of what no longer serves us. It's in this letting go that we make room for what truly matters. Many people realize too late that most of their worries were never worth the energy. But those of us who are wise enough learn to release what doesn't contribute to our peace of mind. At the end of the day, the one thing we can always rely on is ourselves. We might have family and friends, but the real strength we lean on is found within us. It's our own hearts, our own resilience that carry us through life's challenges. No one else can do that for us. External circumstances change constantly. People come and go, but our inner peace, that's the one constant we can hold on to. It's that peace that gives us the strength to keep moving forward, no matter what life throws our way. So, here's the takeaway. Life is not just about what happens to us. It's about how we choose to experience it. Our responses, our mindset, and our ability to find peace. That's what makes all the difference. If there's one thing to remember as we move through life, it's this. Health is the greatest wealth. In our mindset, it's the key to unlocking a life of true happiness and fulfillment. As we age, what truly matters is how we face life's challenges. Especially as we grow older, it's crucial to remember one thing. Never rely too much on others. People will come and go. Life flows, just like rivers that never stop and mountains that gradually erode. Change is inevitable. And in the end, the only constant companion you have is yourself. Being self-sufficient becomes more vital with age. From childhood, we're taught by our parents to be independent, to take responsibility for our own well-being and create our own path. These lessons lay the foundation for who we become. Over time, we learn to handle life's trials on our own, with resilience and strength, becoming the heroes of our own stories. Along the way, we realize a profound truth. No matter how many friends or family we have, the only person who's always with us is ourselves. The sooner we embrace this fact, the sooner we unlock true peace. Life can get lonely, and some fear it, but those who accept solitude often find a unique kind of peace in it. The more we learn to be content with our own company, the less dependent we become on others for happiness. Self-love is at the core of our well-being. If we don't value ourselves, how can we expect others to? Our happiness, emotional balance, and mental health are in our own hands. The truth is, no one else can take care of that for us. This lesson becomes even clearer as we age. The world shifts, and sometimes we find ourselves more isolated. But even in these moments, we can find comfort through faith or spiritual beliefs, which remind us that we're not alone in our journey. Our faith offers strength, guiding us to remain grounded and resilient, even during the toughest times. As we grow older, we face challenges that seem to test our limits. Yet it's our approach to these challenges that defines us. The key is not how many people we surround ourselves with, but how we face life with courage, peace, and self-acceptance. True happiness comes when we stop seeking validation from others and start looking within. Health and well-being take center stage as we age. Our ability to care for ourselves directly impacts the ones we love. When we prioritize our own well-being, we can be there for others in the most meaningful way. This is how we build a life that's fulfilling. As we reach that turning point between 65 and 80, we realize that life is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. Priorities shift, and what once seemed important fades away. With age comes wisdom, but also the weight of others' judgments and opinions. The key to navigating this is to hold on to our own sense of self, no matter how the world around us changes. Only then can we truly thrive. Have you ever felt like sharing too much of your life could undermine your dignity? In today's video, we're diving into 10 key areas of your life that are best kept private, secrets that shield your peace, protect your reputation, and preserve your autonomy. This advice is especially valuable for those who want to maintain their independence and self-respect as they grow older. The choices we make now can shape how we're seen, either as someone who still has a lot to offer or as someone who's lost their relevance. If you're looking to maintain control over your life and be respected for your decisions, this video is for you. Before we jump in, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more insightful content. And feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments, especially on the topics we'll be covering today. Let's kick things off with the first important point, your physical well-being. As we age, our health naturally becomes a bigger concern. By the time we're in our 60s, 70s, or 80s, chronic conditions and ongoing treatments become more common. Talking about our health with family and friends is normal, But there's a difference between sharing the basics and revealing every detail about our medications or medical routines. Why keep some things private? Sharing too much about your health can open you up to unwanted opinions or judgments. People may start to see you differently, either out of concern or pity. Plus, oversharing can create stress as others feel the need to give advice that doesn't always feel supportive. When it comes to health, privacy is key. It's a powerful tool that allows us to preserve both our dignity and our autonomy. While reaching out for help when needed is important, keeping the details of our health journey within our control is just as crucial. The more we open up, the more we invite external opinions. And while these can come from a place of care, they can disrupt our peace of mind. We are the gatekeepers of our own lives, and it's our responsibility to safeguard our privacy and well-being, especially when it comes to health matters. The reality is, when we share too much, we open the door to unsolicited advice, criticism, and overbearing sympathy. Even with the best intentions, others may feel compelled to suggest treatments that may lack any real foundation. More often than not, these well-meaning suggestions are not only ineffective, but could even be harmful. The impact of oversharing goes beyond unwanted advice. When others are too aware of our health struggles, they start to view us primarily through that lens. Suddenly, we are no longer seen as whole individuals with dreams, aspirations, and potential. We are defined by our ailments, reducing the richness of our lives to mere problems. Our experiences, wisdom, and character get overshadowed by our health condition. By keeping our health private, we maintain the power to control our own narrative. We decide who gets to know what, and to what extent. This isn't just about protecting our physical space. It's about preserving our dignity and sense of self. It gives us the freedom to live fully, without being diminished or reduced to the role of a victim. When others know too much, they may start to view us through a lens of pity, as if we've lost all our goals and purpose. But we know better. Life is far more than our struggles. Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely reminds us that it's not circumstances that define us, but how we choose to respond to them. Our health may not always be in our hands, but how we handle it is entirely up to us. Sharing every detail of our health with others who can't truly help is like trying to control the wind. It's futile and unnecessary. The wise among us, like the Stoics, remain composed in the face of adversity. They share their vulnerabilities only with those who can offer real support, which helps to preserve both peace and dignity. Not every person needs to know everything. We don't have to expose ourselves to negativity or those who only see the worst in every situation. Some are so consumed by pessimism that they can't help but blow small issues out of proportion. They see giants where there are only ants, and we don't need to invite that into our lives. Keeping our health matters private isn't just a choice. It's a way of safeguarding the most important parts of ourselves. Second, something that often gets overlooked, our age. As we get older, age starts to feel like it means more. It's one of those things that, the older we get, the more sensitive it becomes. When we're younger, it's just a number. But as time passes, that number starts to shape how people see us and how we see ourselves. Think about it. How many times have you been asked, "How old are you?" It seems harmless, right? But the reality is that question can carry a lot of weight. It's often the first thing people want to know about us, and it shapes their perception of everything else. They start making assumptions about our health, our abilities, and even our future just based on a number. We live in a society that celebrates youth. We see it everywhere. Youthful energy, youthful beauty, youthful strength. But here's what gets lost in all that: the incredible value that comes with age. The experiences, the lessons learned, the choices made. These things can't be measured by a number. Age doesn't tell the full story. What you've lived, what you've overcome, that's what truly defines you. However, here's the catch. When we share our age, it often opens the door to something that's still very much real: ageism. It's not always obvious, but it's there. In workplaces, in relationships, in everyday interactions, we can feel it. People may treat us differently based on their assumptions about our age. They might assume we've lost our energy, or even think we're past our prime. And that's where the problem lies. But before we get into that, make sure to hit like if you're enjoying this discussion, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on how to create abundance and prosperity in your life. Now, back to age. When others know how old we are, they may treat us differently, often unintentionally. They might offer unsolicited advice or start questioning our abilities. The worst part? They might act like we're nearing the end of our journey. Here's the truth we need to remember. Life isn't about the number of years we've lived. It's about how we live them. Age is just a number. What truly matters is the richness of the life we create, the experiences we collect, the energy we bring to each day. We can't predict how many years we have left. So, why focus on counting them? Instead, we should focus on how we spend the time we do have. Life's quality is what counts, not the quantity. It's important to recognize how age might affect how others view us. But don't let that dictate how you live. Don't let others' perceptions shape your actions. Focus on living with joy, purpose, and a strong sense of self. Let your wisdom and experience shine through, not the number of years you've been around. Age doesn't define you. You define yourself. And it's never too late to make your life the best it's ever been. Imagine an old ship that's weathered countless storms. Its hull is worn, but its ability to navigate the ocean is unmatched. It understands the rhythm of each wave, the direction of every wind, and the subtleties of every storm. Comparing it to a brand new vessel would miss the point entirely. The value of this old ship doesn't lie in its age, but in the wisdom it's gained through experience. Similarly, when we choose to keep our age private, we define ourselves by our journey, not by the number of years we've lived. It's the wisdom, the character, and the experiences that matter, not the passing of time. When we focus on the quality of life, not the years behind us, we free ourselves from the weight of age. We live fully in the present, learning from the past and letting go of anxieties about the future. It's in the now that we shape who we are. Age becomes just another detail, not the defining factor. By embracing this mindset, we prioritize the present. Our experiences today matter more than the years that have passed. With time, we realize it's how we approach life as we grow older that truly defines us. What truly matters is the ability to contribute, enjoy life, and move forward, no matter how much time has passed. Keeping your age private lets you live on your own terms, free from societal expectations. This autonomy is empowering as we age, helping us preserve our dignity and vitality. Now, let's talk about something even more personal: family secrets. These are the private matters that should stay within the family. In Stoic philosophy, control over our words is a sign of wisdom. Epictetus once said, "You can control what you say, but once spoken, it can never be taken back." This is especially true for family matters. Family secrets act like walls, protecting our most intimate lives. Just as a warrior guards a fortress, we protect certain things within the family to avoid judgment or misunderstandings from the outside world. Keeping these matters private fosters peace and harmony. Families are complex, filled with love, conflict, growth, and sometimes tension. These dynamics are what bind us together. As we age, family becomes even more important. They may become our caregivers, our emotional anchors, and our biggest supporters. But not every issue needs to be aired outside the family. Exposing personal matters can erode trust and stir unnecessary gossip. Protecting family privacy helps preserve relationships, ensuring everyone's well-being. Families are like trees, with deep, unseen roots that nourish and provide stability. If these roots are exposed, the family becomes vulnerable. The same goes for airing private family matters. Wisdom lies in guarding what's sacred, By protecting family secrets, we honor the trust that holds us together. This strengthens bonds and allows families to navigate difficulties without external pressure. Looking back on past family struggles, we may wish we'd handled things differently. But by keeping family matters private, we create space for growth, forgiveness, and healing. It allows relationships to evolve in a safe environment, without the burden of public judgment. Family secrets preserve peace and privacy. They nurture trust, loyalty, and love, ensuring that bonds grow stronger. These secrets act as the glue, holding the family together and allowing love and understanding to endure through generations. When it comes to finances, we all know privacy is key. Money is a big part of life, but it's also one of the most sensitive subjects, especially when we reach the age of 65 or older. By this point, some of us may have built financial security, while others are still working towards it. Whether we've accumulated wealth or are living a simpler lifestyle, one thing remains clear. Keeping our financial matters private is essential. But why is this so important? Well, money can create tension, even with those closest to us. Sharing the details of our financial situation, whether we're doing well or struggling, can lead to complications. If we're financially comfortable, revealing this can spark jealousy, resentment, or expectations from others. Friends or family might start relying on us for loans or assistance. It's a dynamic that we all want to avoid. On the flip side, if we're facing financial hardship, opening up can invite pity or judgment about our life choices. Our finances should be like a peaceful stream, flowing quietly and undisturbed. True wealth isn't about how much we have, it's about the peace that comes from managing what we do have. Philosophy teaches us a vital lesson. The value of wealth lies in the calm it brings, not the amount we accumulate. Like a stream that nourishes the earth without fanfare, privacy around our finances allows us to live without unnecessary stress. It shields us from envy, unrealistic expectations, and the constant comparison to others. In a world that often defines success by financial status, keeping our financial details private protects our dignity and freedom. Our worth isn't tied to the money we have. What truly defines us are our actions, values, and how we treat others. By protecting the privacy of our finances, we prevent others from forming wrong assumptions about us. There's a saying that goes, "Money talks, but wealth whispers." As we age, this becomes even more relevant. Whether we live in abundance or choose a simpler lifestyle, keeping our finances to ourselves lets us live life on our own terms, free from the pressure of societal expectations. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius had it right when he emphasized the importance of simplicity. In his meditations, he reminds us, what is not good for the beehive is not good for the bee. It's a powerful lesson in restraint and contentment. Ultimately, true wealth isn't about collecting things. It's about how we use what we have for the greater good and our own peace of mind. As we grow older, let's focus on contributing to the collective good, not flaunting individual success. This way, we can live with integrity, freedom, and serenity, the true markers of a life well lived. Intimacy is a sacred part of life, and sexuality is a vital aspect of our human experience. It's essential to recognize that, as we age, our sexuality doesn't lose its significance, it evolves. This section will dive into the broader aspects of intimacy, which go far beyond just physical changes, hormonal shifts, or even changes in sexual desire that are often associated with aging. As we grow older, intimacy can deepen, and relationships often take on a richer meaning. But in a society that tends to overlook or even dismiss the sexual lives of older adults, discussing intimacy can feel challenging. This silence can make it difficult to keep an open and honest dialogue about such a crucial part of life. It's important to remember that sexuality remains just as essential to our emotional and physical well-being in later years. As time passes, the emotional connection with our partners can be even more fulfilling than in our youth. Intimacy, in its true form, becomes a space for greater emotional depth, understanding, and mutual respect. Aging doesn't diminish the importance of intimacy. In fact, just like other aspects of life, the quality of our intimate connections can deepen over time. The ability to nurture these bonds adds richness to our lives, often in ways that physical appearance or youthful energy simply cannot. In a world that often reduces older adults to their physical limitations, it's crucial to challenge the assumption that intimacy becomes less relevant with age. Embracing intimacy as we grow older allows us to continue living fully, sustaining connections that provide both emotional and physical fulfillment. Intimacy in later years isn't just about the physical. It's about fostering meaningful, lasting connections that show our continued capacity for love, affection, and partnership. It's a sacred part of our human experience, something we should honor throughout our lives. Despite societal stigmas, it's essential to recognize that sexual attraction and emotional connection are deeply rooted in our nature, no matter what stage of life we find ourselves in. As we age, the nature of our connections can shift. For many, they become even more profound and significant. Relationships that once were important evolve into something even deeper over time. However, in a culture that emphasizes youth and overlooks the sexual lives of older adults, speaking openly about intimacy can feel daunting. The fear of judgment or misunderstanding often discourages honest conversations about our intimate lives. It's essential to remember that while we should be mindful of privacy, it's not because there's anything wrong with intimacy. Quite the opposite. Sexuality is one of the most personal and sacred aspects of our lives, and what we share with a partner in love and closeness is priceless. Sharing too much can dilute the connection we hold with someone special. Intimacy thrives on trust, vulnerability, and love, qualities that are most powerful when shared only between the two of you. Over time, our desires and emotional needs may shift, but the core values of respect, understanding, and privacy remain constant. By keeping your sexual life private, you protect the essence of your relationship, ensuring that those intimate moments are exclusively yours. Think of your intimate life as a treasured gem, something valuable that deserves to be handled with care and respect. The more you keep it protected, the more precious it remains. Exposing it too freely risks losing its value. This concept mirrors the idea that what holds true worth should be nurtured and shared only with those who can truly appreciate it. Your sexual and intimate experiences should be regarded in this light. As we journey through life, we often find ourselves carrying emotional baggage, painful memories, offenses, and the weight of past suffering. These wounds can go deep, lingering for years and influencing how we behave, how we relate to others, and even how we view the world. What's even more troubling is that the longer we hold on to these emotional scars, the harder it becomes to truly heal. That's why, as we get older, it's crucial to embrace the power of forgiveness and learn how to release the weight of past hurts. Healing is rarely a smooth, straightforward process. It's not something we can easily check off a list. It takes time, patience, and most importantly, a conscious decision to let go of the anger and regret that often come with painful experiences. Holding on to these negative emotions only keeps us tied to the past. It prevents us from embracing the present and living fully. When we keep our wounds close, they continue to shape how we interact with the world, creating obstacles in our path and making it harder to experience joy and peace. By choosing to release those painful experiences, we give ourselves the freedom to heal in our own time. We stop carrying the unnecessary weight of others' judgments, criticisms, or expectations. Forgiveness isn't about forgetting what happened. It's about deciding that what happened won't define who we are today or shape who we're going to become. Forgiveness is like setting your soul free. It's not just about finding peace with the past. It's about reclaiming the energy that anger and resentment drain from us. When we forgive, we remove the chains that keep us bound to old wounds, making room for new experiences and growth. Without the burden of past hurts, we can fully embrace the present moment and all that it has to offer. In life, there's a powerful analogy, the river of life. It's constantly flowing, moving forward. The wise among us understand that if we cling to the stones left behind in that current, those unresolved hurts, we stop the flow. We become anchored, stuck in a moment that can never be changed. Letting go of grievances brings clarity. It allows us to move forward with peace in our hearts. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, captured this beautifully when he said that holding on to resentment is like holding a burning coal with the intent to throw it at someone else. In reality, we're the ones who get burned. Letting go of that resentment, then, is not only an act of kindness, it's an act of liberation. By releasing that anger, we free ourselves from its grip and open up the space to live more fully, more freely in the here and now. As we grow older, our achievements and actions become the true measure of who we are. Like a skilled potter shaping a beautiful piece of art, we realize that our actions speak louder than any words we could say. Success is not about boasting or seeking validation. It's about the effort and dedication we pour into what we do. It's the impact we make, not the recognition we seek, that defines us. By the time we reach our later years, we've likely done many meaningful things, whether raising a family, building a career, or contributing to our communities. But there's something important to remember. Constantly talking about our accomplishments or seeking validation can actually diminish the respect we've earned. True honor comes from the way we live, from the way we act, not from how much praise we seek. Ancient wisdom teaches us a simple but profound truth. The right hand should not know what the left hand is doing. True nobility comes from giving without expecting anything in return. Silent charity is like planting a seed in the earth, hidden away, nurtured with care, without the desire for recognition. The true value of giving lies in the intention behind it, not in the applause we hope to receive. By offering help in quiet, humble ways, we preserve the purity of the act itself. We take away the need for external validation and keep the focus on making a real difference in the lives of others. Acts of generosity, done in silence, have the most lasting impact. When we give without fanfare, without seeking attention, we create ripples of kindness that resonate far beyond us. Publicizing our charitable acts can sometimes dilute their true meaning. It shifts the focus from the heart of the matter, the difference we're making, to the recognition we're seeking. By keeping our giving private, we keep the integrity of our intentions intact. We ensure that the kindness we offer is about the impact it has, not the applause we receive. In the end, it's the quiet, selfless acts that speak the loudest. Our experiences shape how we see the world. With time, our perspectives become more defined. Yet, this clarity can sometimes cause friction when our beliefs clash with those around us. One area where this becomes especially apparent is politics. Discussing political or controversial topics can easily create divides, even among close friends or family. That's why it's often better to keep your political and social opinions to yourself. Speaking out can spark conflict where it's unnecessary. Silence doesn't mean you're giving up on your beliefs. It's actually a wise choice to protect peace in your relationships. Instead of focusing on differences, we should try to connect over shared experiences and mutual values. This creates space for respect, even when we don't see eye to eye. Another powerful way to find balance is through personal mantras. Many of us develop guiding beliefs, whether it's a prayer, an affirmation, or a favorite motto that help us navigate life. These words become our anchor, offering strength when things get tough. They reflect our journey, our values, and our unique path through challenges. By keeping these beliefs private, we protect their power. The real strength comes from the comfort and clarity they offer us. Just like a lantern guiding us through the dark, these mantras light our way when we need it most. So, in the end, it's about finding peace and discretion. By keeping certain things private, whether it's your political views, your donations, or your personal beliefs, you preserve what truly matters: your dignity, your relationships, and your inner strength. We protect the things that give us direction and help us live with balance in this ever-changing world. What stood out to you in this video? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights.